What's up guys, and welcome back to another beat selling vlog in the $10,000 beat selling challenge that I have been doing this year. Feels like it's been a while since I've done one of these videos. That's mainly because there's been certain topics on the channel that I've been wanting to make videos on for you guys to help with your beat selling. But to me, this is really refreshing content that I like to do for the channel and keep up, because this is the most transparent I can possibly be. Because it's all well and good talking about certain topics on the channel, but if I can't actually show you any of the substance to the methods that I'm using, then what's the point in me actually telling you anything? Because you might actually think that I'm just telling you this information for the sake of it, instead of it being anything that you can actually apply to your beat selling and actually get results. So stick around to the end of this video, because there's certain things I want to show you that I've been doing this month, certain things that I've been doing differently which have affected the beat selling. The first half of May has been a rather average month for me so far, but there's some interesting things that I want to talk about more, as I said. So if you are new to this channel, smash the subscribe button right now, as it's the best way to support the channel, and let's deep dive into the analytics and see what I've been up to this month so far for my beat selling journey. Okay, so we're going to start on BeatStars today, because just taking in really so you can see what it is that I've actually done so far to date rather than just this month alone. We are now on 285 tracks, 439 followers and 79,000 plays. Now this is in the past year, over a year now. I started sending beats last February. For anyone who hasn't watched my channel before, that's a little bit of context for you for how long I've been doing this for, and I've been documenting everything that I've been doing since the start of there, and that's the point of this YouTube channel. Now, for the sake of the beat selling vlog, one thing that's really interesting to first point out recently is followers have been starting to go up a lot quicker recently. We're going to take a quick look at the stats of the month. Because it's always interesting to look at your stats, and I have to really emphasize this. It's so important that you always keep track of your stats, so you can see not only what beats are performing well, but also like where most of your traffic's coming from, what sort of genre, and what sort of engagement you're getting, because you can really start to tailor your beats to that. That's what I do anyway. So the thing that's really interesting is that this week, we've had 812 plays. Now we're going to do this for the last 14 days. Actually, no, even better, we'll do it for this month, so we can have a look at May so far. And we're on 4,867 plays. We're over halfway through the month, so I actually think that's probably 100 plays on average lower than it should be at this stage. Normally it should be about 5,000. Again, it's so close, so that doesn't really matter. I normally get typically about 10,000 plays a month for BeatStars alone, so that is what it is, so that's okay. Stuff like followers, again, recently been getting, like, for me, because I do email capture for free beats, I don't get a lot of followers unless it's other beat sellers, but followers are 16 this month. It's the most followers I've got in a while, because I really don't focus on followers. As for free downloads, we're at 71 so far for the month. I actually think free downloads has slightly been lower than usual, mainly because something really weird's been happening. I have not got any free downloads on my actual TaylorMade website at all this month, and that's really weird, because I went through a phase where my website was probably the best place for free downloads, but the Pro page still gets free downloads, because this is, again, if you haven't watched before, I use my Pro page just for YouTube traffic, so that's from YouTube. I've got 10 free downloads, which is great. And we're still getting free downloads all over the place in terms of the marketplace. So that's fine. You know, this is all about email capturing. That's the whole point of the free downloads for non-profits, so you can capture emails and target them again. So the email list is growing, and I update my email list every Friday. I like to let it grow and batch add, because you get a really nice sort of like sense of motivation, like it's working. So that's cool. No complaints there. So free downloads are slightly down this month, but that's fine. Now, we're going to see now for sales how much we've got so far and earned this month on BeatStars. And luckily, like, quick disclaimer, I haven't made anything on Airbit this month, so this is what I've made so far this month. So we've made $400 in net sales. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, for me, this has felt like a really underwhelming month. And it wasn't until I actually looked at the stats I realized that I'm actually having an okay month. I went through a period, probably of about 5 days, where I didn't make any beat sales. And it's crazy when I have to tell myself that, because sometimes I used to go 2 beats. Even as far as 3 months ago, I could go 2 weeks without a beat sale. So to the fact now that I'm getting frustrated that I'm not getting a beat sale after 5 days actually shows progress. So this is again why it's so important to look at the stats when you're starting to grow as a beat seller, because sometimes you may not realize that you're doing better than you think. And as for me, again, like, I don't want to complain I haven't made a beat sale for 5 days, because you've got to put perspective on it, and where I am at the moment in my beat selling, how long I've been doing it for, having a beat sale every 5 days is more than I could have hoped for at this stage. So in terms of where the sales have come from this month so far, before I actually discuss how I've been getting these beat sales, because you probably want to know that more than this, to be honest, but it's all important you know this information, because this is how I analyze my data. So we'll start on the marketplace. This month I've made 352 net sales. So again, most of my earnings this month has come from the marketplace. Now there's two reasons for this. The first one is like part of the reason why I felt like I wasn't earning a lot this month is just because coincidentally I've only been getting basic license sales for some reason. So all the sales even though the sales, like you can see for this month, I've probably actually made a decent quantity of sales, but the sales haven't been high prices, which has made this look a lot worse than it probably would be. If everyone was buying $50, you could probably double what I made so far, and I would have made $800 this month, which all of a sudden it looks like I'm having an amazing month. So it's all context. So again, marketplace 352, pro page YouTube, I've made $20 this month off my YouTube channel. It was a basic license sale. Again, these $20 basic license sales, like again, like no complaints, a sale's a sale, but it has made me feel like I haven't had a better month than I probably could have. And in my actual website, I have made $28 in sales. So again, that was one sale. Someone actually bought a $40 license and I was running a discount. And that's one of the things that's really important, which I'm going to discuss more in a second, because I've run a couple of different promo campaigns for discounts to get these sales. So let's go over quickly to YouTube. So YouTube, I am now really focused on growing my Type Beat channel more than ever. I really want to get this monetized because it's an extra income. And I was doing another channel which is called Poppy Breakdowns, but I realized I was posting very similar content in both of them, which was doubling the amount of work to do. So I'm just focused on getting this to 1,000 subscribers now, really starting to drive traffic to this and hopefully make more sales on my pro page by doing that in the first place. And one of the big things that's been contributing to channel growth recently, and you can see like we've been getting some really good feedback from YouTube on the growth, is short form content. Short form content is just a winner. At the moment I'm posting 1 short a day. I want to up that to 2 shorts a day. From the experiment of TikTok, Instagram and YouTube is by far the best for short form content at the moment, not only because of the reach that you get and the short feed tends to push it out to more people, but also you're gaining subscribers which become potential customers. If you're just trying to get TikTok followers and Instagram, it's harder to convert them into followers because TikTok, I don't even know 99% of the people I follow on TikTok, to be honest, and it'll be the same with anyone. Instagram is a bit of a weird site where someone will follow you, but the reach at the moment, especially on my main producing account, even though I've got like 5,000 followers, every time I post, only about 5% of my following see the post. So engagement's really down. So YouTube, at least if this is working towards being monetized, YouTube long term is definitely the best money on it. So short form content, you really need to start pushing that. And that's one of the main things I wanted to say on this beat vlog today. If you're not doing it already, if you want to grow your Type Beat channel to 1,000 subscribers, get monetized, get on the short form content. Obviously, just a quick one as well, if you do want to get monetized, you will need that 4,000 hours watch time, and I'm on 2,500, so I probably will hit 1,000 subscribers before I get the watch time, but that's fine because all of this will come in time the more you post. So quick one for Airbit before we move on. I've been uploading, trying to get caught up with my Airbit account. I still have not as many beats, but this was the last month sale. I haven't made any sales this month, but you know, like this is the most amount of plays I got, but 500 is not a lot. I do think I messed up my Airbit because I batched uploaded too much, but as soon as I'm caught up, I'm thinking about 20 beats behind. Once I'm caught up, I'll be uploading daily on Airbit, so then I'll let you know the results of uploading on daily on Airbit after I start doing that. So hopefully we'll actually start to see some good results from Airbit with a little bit more consistent uploading. So now we're going to Instagram. So the reason why I felt like my sort of overall sales have been down was because I haven't been messaging artists as much. I get a lot of traffic to my website through Instagram, but this month I've been focusing more on content because I want to start building more of engaged following. I want to get this to 1,000 followers. That's the target by the end of June. I think I've set myself that. And you can see I've just tried to make this a lot more appealing, a lot more clickable to get people across just from the content. So I've made these nice little highlights with the beat store, a little bit about me. This is a really cool little thing I did using Canva, where you can just tell people what it is that I do, little bit of info, but again, little stuff like this really helps. And then obviously got my beat store here, this little thing. All of this was made in Canva. It's free to use, by the way. Search it, CANVA. Search that if you want to know how to make this sort of thing. It's really good. And enter the YouTube channel. So it's more optimized, and I've been doing reels and stuff, so they've been doing okay. The reach on Instagram is so touch and go at the moment. I'm having a really bad time, but I believe in the content, the sort of content I'm making. You won't be able to hear this, but this sort of content is the new layout I'm doing. Just, you know, advertising the beats, and you know, you get interest, which is really cool. So I'll continue to do this, and I'll be doing this for about 2 to 3 months to see what the results are after that amount of time, because you've got to give it that much time to see if anything's actually worked. Don't just post this sort of content for a week, and if you don't get any views, followers, or engagement at all, don't think it's not working. You've really got to think long term of everything, as I always emphasize on the channel. So with that all said, you know, that's really where I'm at the moment. If there's any sort of like other things that I could probably say to help you guys, I've been getting a lot of messages recently from you guys, especially like how you can get more sales, and so you've uploaded loads of beats. This is something you can really start to do with your beats. If you've uploaded loads of beats and not get many sales, start turning them to short form content, start uploading them and trying to grow some sort of presence on Instagram. Stick at it for 1 to 2 months because it's really going to benefit you. So let's look at where we're at now to my lovely spreadsheet so we can see where we're at. So far for May, we've made $400, and this is why, again, emphasizing why it's so good to keep track of your data, because I was starting to get a bit frustrated that I felt like again, as I said earlier in this video, I hadn't had a good month. I felt like I hadn't made any sales at all, even though like I'm only 5 days without a sale. And it wasn't until I started inputting the data and I looked at it and saying, actually, I've made $400 so far this month. We're half through the month, and I'm only $70 off beating my worst month, which is February. So it's always about setting the bar, and we're still on track to get that $10,000 worth of beat sales in 1 year, which is really cool. And May, again, like, it's just really good to be able to see this sort of stuff because it gives you not only a sense of motivation, but a sort of realistic view on where you're actually at. So even though I thought May has been a really bad month for beat selling for me so far, we're actually nearly about to be our worst month. So I always compare now to February. That's the minimum going forward, is $470 a month. Not getting over 1,000 because I'm being realistic about it. I did have a crazy month in April where I earned $1,475, but you got to be realistic, and I know that's not actually where I'm at yet. It was just a freak month. So again, getting over $470 a month for me at the moment is where I'm at and happy with beat selling. But we'll always look to improve that, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get that $10,000 worth of beat sales by the end of the year. There you go, guys. That is the beat selling vlog for this period. I'll be doing another one of these at the end of the month to see if we can recover this month anymore and turn this into a really good month. Smash the subscribe button if you've made it this far because you've clearly enjoyed the content of this video. But with that said, I'm going to leave the video there for today. So thank you so much for watching. Keep making music, and I'll see you in the next video.